I'm Jesse Lane, and tonight we're looking at some melodic lines for improvisation. This is example 3, which is the often asked about dominant 7th lick from the F7 chord. Here's the chord I was thinking about when I came up with this line. F, A, E flat, F. We're doubling the root there. Very common chord. Most people learn it as a C7 when they're first learning how to play. All that was based on as far as position and shape logic. So the lick itself uses some blues scale notes, basically chromatic lower neighbor tones and chromatic passing tones. I'll play the lick for you so you can hear what it sounds like. Get a closer view of the left hand fingering. And I'm going to show you some tricks I'm using here to get this really smooth sound with the chromaticism. So first, we're in the 5th position, right? First finger, 5th fret. Here's the first trick. I'm extending the position, which is something that you can do. This follows rules. It's not really breaking the rules. Where you're going to use now the 4th fret and then do your standard 5th position, 5, 6, 7, 8. But that allows me to get this line, which is otherwise something I'd have to do. Break out of position altogether, do all the shifting. It's easy to use this first finger as what we call a guide finger. So that when we're in the heat of the moment, that's the next thing we do. You hear that lick a lot. That's that bebop sound. So here's the first part of the lick. So we really don't break out of position much. We're just really extending the position with. This part is pretty cool. I think a lot of people like this. So that's an A to an F. Then we have this chromatic figure, A flat to E, G to E flat. So this one doesn't really belong over an F, but that does, that does. And we're using that tension involved with the chord tones and extension color tones that sound good. Same thing with this. Very classic blues sound, having a minor 3rd, because remember, that's an A flat. Our chord is actually an F7. But remember the rule, you're allowed to mix the 3rds as long as they're in separate octaves. Here's the perfect example, which is the 7 sharp 9 chord, F, A, E flat, A flat in the higher octave. You know, you can't put them in the same octave. It's almost physically impossible. Plus, it sounds horrible. So that's the sound you want, and that's what we're using there. That's that concept. And if you think of where it falls, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, we're actually breaking the traditional rule that says you're supposed to play non-chord tones or chromatic notes on the end of a beat. We're actually starting it on a numbered beat. If you think about it, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. That follows the rule, but and that's where we get that sound. So I'm going to play an an F dominant 7th chord here, backing track, so you can hear what this sounds like. So you get the idea. What you should do with this is you should experiment creating your own lines over dominant seventh chords with chromatic tones. So what we did is we did a flat 3, a 3, flat 3, natural 3, C, which is the 5th, D, which is the 6th, flat 7th. Actually, skip the flat 7th. Flat 3, 3, 5, 6, root 9th, flat 3 or sharp 9, 3, 4, flat 5, and then 5 or sharp 4. Think of that. So you get this whole line. Root 6, 5, flat 7, 6, 5, 4, flat 3, 3, and then 6, 5, 3, 1, flat 3, flat, natural 7, 9, and then flat 7. So you're getting all those color tones. That's about all the color tones you can get. What I would do is I would experiment with the blues scale first, get the sound in your ears, then once you do, you can start playing positionally. And you'll be able to come up with these kind of lines just improvisationally when you're jamming. So have fun with that, and we'll see you next time.